Hi everybody, my name is Harrison, and thank you all for watching this video. I'm sorry I didn't get to post one on Monday. This past weekend was a little too much for me to channel any sort of creativity into a video. This video is not going to be about politics, it's not going to be about gun violence, it's not going to be about anything to stir up any of our more passionate emotions regarding of what happened over the weekend. Let me take you back to Saturday. So Saturday was Indianapolis Pride, and I was up there with some friends. We were actually up very late, appreciating the time that we have together. Around 4 in the morning, my friend Rowdy looked at me and said, "Harry, didn't you used to live in Orlando?" I said, "Yeah, I did, back in 2013. And he said that there was a shooting. And I was taken back, but I was also I honestly wasn't as startled as I really should have been. Unfortunately, we live, I feel like, in a society that this happens so often, and I didn't think the worst. Didn't know any details. He just said there was a shooting, and it was at Pulse nightclub. I went to bed. I texted some friends that night before I passed out, just wanting to make sure that they were okay. They said that they were, and so the next morning when I woke up, and I checked my phone, and CNN, Twitter seemed to be very much active. I checked it, and the number skyrocketed, 20 dead at Pulse nightclub. That's when I really got frantic. I messaged more people. I got on Facebook, and I saw that there was a feature where you could check in that your friends were safe, and you could request them to check in. So I did that to all my friends that were down there, and throughout the day, they kept checking in that they were safe. We drove back from Indy. I was helping run a bar crawl that we were hosting that day. During the time when I was with everybody participating and at the bars, just talking with the bartenders and just the patrons, I could see the headlines of what was happening in Orlando, but something about just this Sunday Funday atmosphere sort of took over, and I kind of put that on the back burner. I was kind of focused on just having a good time. And I did have a good time. I really did have a good time. And then the news kept getting worse and worse. 50 dead, over 50 injured. And I still had not had a reaction. I didn't know what was going on. I was still with the Sunday Funday crew, and we were doing our thing. But about 6 o'clock, we had a moment of silence at the bar. Rowdy gave a very moving speech, and it brought me to tears. And in that moment, I realized that I couldn't hold back my emotions. So I started to cry, and I cried a lot. I gave everyone around me a hug. I told them that I loved them, and that I was thankful for them. And it inspired me to think of something that we can all use. And the post that I used after the speech, and after I had dried my eyes a little bit, was #WeWillNotBeSilent. And that's what I want everyone to think about. I'm sure all the words have been said that you can think of. I don't want people to cry any more than they have to. Everyone grieves differently, but I want you to take that to heart as a progressive message going forward, that we will not be silent. The gunman who killed all those people, whose name will not be mentioned, may have silenced our brothers, our sisters, our friends, our family, and our communities. But it has done nothing but make us be louder. This will not stop us in the fight for equality and equal rights. This will not stop us in the fight to be able to go out in public without getting remarks or without getting attacked. These clubs are sanctuaries to our communities. It's where we can come in and be safe and not worry about being persecuted. When someone invades that with malicious intent, it drives fear into all of us across the world to not ever go out. And it's not going to do that to me, and I encourage you to feel the same way. I will not stop going out. I will not stop being around my friends. I will not change who I am. These acts of violence are not rare. They do happen in other forms, some not as tragic as others. But it shouldn't stop us. We will not be silent. So that was my video. I know it's not the usual, but I hope you all were able to find comfort and peace in this. Tell your friends and family that you love them and that you have their back and that you don't want anything to ever happen to them. But don't let this act instill a longing fear in them. You need to be brave, you need to be strong, and know that you have the support of your community behind you. This weekend, it's Kentuckiana Pride for us. I'll have my camera ready. I'll try to get some good footage for you all. And it's Pride Month. And celebrate that. Celebrate you. Do not change who you are.